Sonny here. Today I'm going to go through the steps that I took to make the propane fire pit for the back deck. So join in as I make some cuts and put stuff together, and I'll explain as I go. This isn't an instruction video, not going to include all the measurements and everything. It's just custom made, and I make it as I go. So the first thing I did, and I didn't film this, I made two hexagon, six-sided frames. These are 30-degree angles on the, 60-degree angles on the ends, which means I made 30-degree cuts. So when you put the two 30-degree cuts together, you have a 60-degree angle. So I've got two hexagon frames. Next, I'm in the process of taking this is kiln dried treated lumber, provided to me by a good friend, Christian. So I'm cutting these out. These will go around the outside, joining the two frames together. Now I'll leave them extended on the one side enough that when I put the top in, the top will be recessed to be inside the sides. So there'll be a nice outer edge all the way around, and the top will set inside. After I get that all put together, then we'll go through the setup of the barrel and the fire bowl and the remainder of that. And also the top is going to be a little different. I'm going to do kind of a sunburst pattern on it. And disclaimer too on this is a redo, because the first time I made it, I used pressure treated lumber, but it was still pretty wet. I made it, I put it out in the back deck, my wife stained it, and then we had like 6 days of 95 degrees and everything shrunk, and there were gaps every joint was gapped, the top was gapped. And I didn't like that. I wanted to redo it. So my thought was to get more pressure treated lumber, let it sit out and dry really well, and then redo it. But my buddy Christian came up, he had some kiln dried treated lumber, KDAT, and he provided me about 24 board feet of it. So we're cutting it up, and I'm making a new fire pit. So follow along. Thank you. Okay, so the top is facing down right now. Got that framed in, got the bottom piece in. So now, flip it over. I have this lip all the way around. The top will be recessed inside here. As I said, I'm going to create kind of a sunburst pattern. I'll let you see what that looks like as I'm working on it and as I finish it. Thank you. Okay, so you see here the start of my sunburst pattern. I got these two boards here where the bowl will sit in the middle, and there's a straight board, and that won't quite balance there yet. My two corner pieces here off at angles. Now once that's in, I get these fastened in, then I will have two more boards set here that are tapered to a triangle, filling half of the spot. So when it gets all done, it'll be wedges and straight boards around the top here, and should make a pretty neat pattern, even with the bowl in the middle breaking it up. See here the sunburst pattern I created with the triangle wedges and the straight pieces and the fire bowl inserted. I think it turned out pretty nice. Get the stain on, see what it looks like. Okay, so I finished it up yesterday, and I came out earlier today and I have one coat of the stain, weatherproofing stain on here. Getting ready to put a second coat on using I don't know what it's bare, some color of gray. It's like a gray wash kind of, so gives it kind of a weathered look, and darker because the barrel we have is one of those half barrels you get from Home Depot. Old Jack Daniels barrel, pretty dark, so we're trying to match it kind of close. Won't be exact, but, and this is the, as I already pointed out, this is the kiln dried pressure treated lumber, but we're still using a waterproofing stain, so just to go over it. So I'm gonna start out here. We're just gonna go through it. Not a lot to see. So here I don't have my valve quite all in yet, but what I noticed when this is out on the back deck, when we had those hot days, this barrel, of course, is slats, it got really loose because it was drying up as well, even though, so the humidity causes it to shrink and swell as it goes. So I want to stabilize this a bit. Got this piece of OSB that was left over from something else. It was just going to get used to burn or whatever. It's just about the perfect size to mark right in the barrel here. So what I'm going to do, I reach through the hole here. I'm going to trace my line out. And so now I've got my line marked down here. All the way around, I'm going to cut that out in the bandsaw. So the brace is cut, but I still need to fit my propane tank down through the middle. I know the propane tank is smaller than this bowl, so I'm just going to eyeball this and get it right about centered. Doesn't have to be exact. Now I will cut that circle out and the brace will be done.